Hey guys, welcome to my channel CSAT with Jasin. Today in this video, I will introduce you to the Civil Service Prelims Paper 2, commonly known as the CSAT. I will explain to you what CSAT actually is and why it is very important in this exam. We'll also be analyzing the last 4 years of question papers and we'll identify the focus areas as well. I will also explain to you how your strategy should work in order to crack this exam. And finally, we'll be formulating an approach to solve each questions. I'll also give you some examples so that you will be able to understand how you need to approach it. So if you like this video, please do like, subscribe and share. So let's move on to the video. So what is CSAT paper? Many of you are watching this video will already be knowing what CSAT paper is, right? But for those who doesn't know what CSAT is and who are new to this UPSC, I will tell you what CSAT paper is. So UPSC prelims contains two papers. One is paper 1 and other is paper 2. Paper 1 is your GS paper or general studies paper. It will contains questions from history, geography, S&T, polity, etc. and it is of 100 questions with 2 mark each. And your paper 2 is the CSAT paper, which will be containing questions from comprehension, quantitative analysis and reasoning, and it will contains 80 questions of 2.5 mark each. Okay, so 80 questions of 2.5 mark each, and for every wrong answer 0.83 will be deducted. So in order to crack paper 2, you need to score 33% of marks. That means 66 marks out of 200. So if you see this, you will be thinking like to score 66 marks out of 200, it's very easy, right? But it is actually difficult. But if you are doing proper studies, if you are doing proper practice, and if you have good approach, you can easily score this mark. Okay. So I would like to call I would like to call CSAT paper the first step in UPSC civil service examination. Why? Because if you are not clearing paper 2, your paper 1 won't be considered at all. So paper 2 is actually your first step towards your success. Okay, here I have given one table. I have given a table here which shows that how many number of questions you need to make right in order to pass the exam. If you are actually getting 27 right without any wrong, you will get to 67.5 mark and you will pass the examination. But this is very highly unlikely to get all the questions correct, right? And if you see the second line here, if you are just making one more question correct, you're getting a buffer of 4 questions that you can actually 4 questions to be wrong. Still you will be passing the examination. So that is the importance of making just one question correct. Okay, and again, if you see here, if you are making one more question right, you can make 7 questions wrong and still you will pass the examination. This is the importance of making one question correct. So I would suggest you to attempt around 40 to 45 questions and you will be getting a buffer of 10 to 13 wrong. Okay, you can still pass the examination. So this is an ideal situation, but each one of you will be having a different strategy. I mean, some of you might be just attempting 30 and you will pass the exam. Some of you will be attempting 40 and you will pass the exam. So it depends. So you need to find out which is optimal for you. Okay. We will look into the analysis part now. So this is the analysis of last 4 years of question papers from 2019 to 2022. I started from 2019 because UPSC actually changed the pattern of questions from 2019. If you see 2018 questions and from the 2019 question paper, there are some differences. So I just started from 2019. So you can see like in comprehension part, you will be getting around 26 or 27 questions. And in quantitative part you will get around 33, 34, 35 questions, and in reasoning you'll be getting 18, 19, 20, around like that. You'll be getting around 19 questions as well. Now I have made a micro analysis as well. Okay, so these are the different topics from quantitative and reasoning part, And you can see here that most of the questions have came from number system, series progression, logical solving, algebra, divisibility, percentage, geometry, etc. So if you have studied these like 7 topics, you would have got around an average of 25 questions in each year. Okay, so there are other topics as well, but you shouldn't just focus on these 7 topics, because sometimes the questions that you get from these topics may be difficult. So what I will suggest you is that you need to know about the basics of all the topics, not all the topics but most of the topics. And because sometimes you will get very simple questions from other topics. Okay, so you will be cracking these questions very easily. So you need to study about most of the topics and attend the exam. Okay, so these are some other topics as well. Okay, so what should be your strategy? Firstly, you need to solve previous year questions multiple times. Okay, similar questions have repeated in the past and it will repeat in the future. What you can do is you can take 2022 question paper and you can solve it. I have uploaded the solutions of all 2022 max answers in my channel. You can go to the playlist tab and you can watch it under the playlist of CSAT 2022 answers. So you can get to know how you are thinking and how you need to approach different questions. Okay. Now, secondly, you need to analyze your score with varying question attempts. It means that sometimes if you are attempting 30 questions, you will get some mark, right? If you are attempting 35 questions, your mark might change. If you are attempting 40, your mark might change again. So you need to find out your optimal attempt. Okay, but if you are really confident, if you are good in maths, you don't need to worry about it. Okay, but others, you need to find your optimal attempt. Okay, then thirdly, I would suggest you that you shouldn't depend highly on comprehension. So I have seen many students who depends highly on comprehension, but comprehensions are actually very confusing sometimes. Okay, and it's very subjective. Even if you check the answer keys for different institutes, it will vary. Okay, it will vary largely. Only until you get your UPSC key, you can be sure about the answers. So don't depend highly on comprehensions. You can write comprehension, but along with comprehension, you need to attempt the maths questions as well. Okay, then I have already told you about some of the focus areas where the questions has been repeated. So study more on those focus areas. There are some topics like divisibility rules, which is actually highly rewarding. The questions will be easy. You just need to study a little static topics for that and you will be able to crack the answers. Okay, so some of the questions like that or some topics like that you need to study more. Okay, then if you are weak in CSAT, make it a routine. Okay, like you need to solve like 5 or 10 questions daily. So I assure you that it will surely help you. So make it a routine. And another thing that I have seen that many students are actually more confident. They are like overconfident about CSAT, especially those who have studied BTech. But I have seen many BTech students who actually struggle in CSAT paper. So don't be overconfident about the paper. If you just solve previous year questions, and if you are able to score like a score, you are able to score above 70 or 80, then it's fine. But if you are scoring below 75 or below 70, you need to work on CSAT paper. You need to solve questions. You need to study well. Okay, so please don't be overconfident and don't give less importance. You should give high importance to CSAT paper as well, because as I already told you, it is your first step towards your success in life. Okay, so here I will tell you how your approach should be towards each questions. So I have divided it into a 4-step method. So first step is of course reading the question properly. Some students actually skip the question just because it is a little big, but sometimes bigger questions are very easy. If you read the question properly, you will come to know that it's actually very easy. So don't skip the question if you feel that it is a little big. Okay, so read the question properly. This is the first step. And second step is the most important step, that is understanding the question. If you see CSAT papers, especially the 2022 papers, many questions are actually very easy to solve, but only if you understand the question you can solve it. So it's mostly not about how many formulas you know or how good you are at maths. It's mostly about how you are able to understand the question well. Okay, that is the second step, and I have considered it to be the most important step. And thirdly, you need to convert the question. So after understanding the question, after understanding what you need to do, you need to convert the question to a figure or a formula or a diagram or whatever you can come up with that helps you solve it. And finally, you need to solve it. I will show you many examples, not many examples, I will show you 3 examples on how you should apply this approach. Okay. Here I will show you why reading carefully is important. So this is a CSAT 2022 question. The sum of 3 consecutive integers is equal to their product. How many such possibilities are there? So it's actually very easy to understand, right? The question says that sum of 3 consecutive integers is equal to their product. That means if you have 3 numbers, 3 consecutive numbers means the numbers which comes after the other. Like if you have 1, 2, 3, so these are consecutive numbers. So their sum is equal to their product. So how many possibilities are there? So normally what you will do is, here 1 plus 2 plus 3, they are consecutive numbers, right? It is equal to 6. Then 1 into 2 into 3 is also 6. So mostly all the students will get this right. So you will think like there is only one possibility. But the problem here is the question has asked consecutive integers. Okay, what is integers? Integers means it can be negative numbers, it can be 0, it can be positive numbers. So that's why I told you reading carefully is very important. Okay, so since it is integers, it's not just 1, 2, 3. You can write like -1, 0, 1. This is also consecutive integers, right? So -1 plus 0 plus 1 is actually 0. -1 into 0 into 1 is also 0. And again -1, -2, -3. -1 plus -2 plus -3 is -6. And -1 into -2 into -3 is also -6. Right? So actually the answer is only 3. So that's why reading is important. So if the question was sum of 3 consecutive whole numbers or sum of 3 consecutive natural numbers is equal to their product, then the answer would have been 1. Okay, but since the question has asked about integers, the answer has become 3. So that's why reading carefully is important. Now I will show you another example why reading carefully is important. If you see the question here, this is also actually a CSAT 2022 question. What is the number of numbers of the form 0.xy where x and y are distinct non-zero digits? So what is the total number of numbers like that? So we have 0.xy. So x can be like, it cannot be 0, right? Because the question says it is non-zero. So x cannot be 0 and y also cannot be 0. So x can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And y can be also, it is not 0, but y can be all other numbers, right? But here it has said that x and y are distinct. What is mean by distinct? It means that x and y are different. So if x is 1, y won't be 1. Y can only be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Similarly, if x is 2, y can be 1, not 2. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So if x is 1, there are 9 possibilities, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, 8 possibilities are there. And x is 2 also, there is 8 possibilities. Similarly, in each of these, there will be 8 possibilities. So our answer is 9 into 8, which is equal to 72. So option A is the right answer. So here also, while reading the question, you should be careful that x and y are distinct numbers. So if you are making that wrong, if you are not reading carefully, you will make this answer wrong. Okay, so that's why reading carefully is very important. Now I will show you another example where I will show you the approach. So I have already told about 4-step approach, right? So here we will use that. So first you need to read the question very carefully. So let's read the question. One non-zero digit, one vowel and one consonant from English alphabet in capital. See, this is very important, okay, in capital. So they just written here in brackets, but it is actually very important. If they haven't written this in capital, the answer will come different. Okay, then are to be used in forming a password such that each password has to start with a vowel and end with a consonant. How many such passwords are possible? So every one of you will be having password. You will be having Gmail account, you will be having Instagram account. So every one of you will be having password, and you know that if you put capital letter in place of small letter, the password won't work, right? So if UPSC hasn't written in capital in bracket, the answer will change, because you can use capital vowel and small letter vowels. You can use capital consonant and small letter consonant, but they have given that only capital letter is possible. So first you need to read the question carefully, then you understand the question. Okay, so what you have understand from here? We have understand that in that password there is 3 figures, right? There is one non-zero digit is there, one vowel is there, and one consonant is there. And we also understood that this consonant and vowel will be in capital letters. Okay, then it has also mentioned that the password has to start with a vowel and it has to end with a consonant. So the non-zero digit will be in the middle. So we understood this. Now in the third step, what you need to do, you need to convert it into something like a figure or whatever that will help you answer the question. So what I am doing is here, I am just drawing 3 lines which represents our 3 letters of the password. So first is vowel, right? So first letter is vowel, and only only capital letter vowels is permissible. And finally in the end we have consonants, and in the middle we will have non-zero digit, right? So in this way we have converted into some figure. And vowel, there are 5 vowel, A, E, I, O, U, right? There are 5 vowels, and since it's only capital is permitted, you have 5 possibilities. If in capital was not there, you can use vowels in capital as well as in small letter for the password, right? So then your possibility will become 10. Here, since in capital is there, your possibility is 5. Similarly, there are 21 consonants, so 21 possibilities are there. Then non-zero digits, so non-zero digits is 1 to 9, so there is 9 possibilities. So your answer will come 5 into 9 into 21, right? This is your final step. You need to solve it. So 5 into 9 into 21, if you solve it, you will get 945. So your answer is C, 945. So this is how you should approach each questions. First you need to read it carefully. You need to see the words like distinct, non-zero, like this bracket. So everything has its own importance. Okay, so you need to read it properly, then you need to understand it very well. So once you understand it, it's actually very easy to convert a question that you have understood into some figures or formula or equation. Okay, then you just need to solve it. So this is how you should approach the questions. So we are done with the analysis, strategy and approach. I really hope that this was an informative video and it will help you in your preparations. Now I'll just brief you what I am going to do with this channel. I have already uploaded the solutions of 2022 CSAT paper, which you can go to the playlist and you can see that there. And I am planning to post videos on different topics here, and also I'll be doing some examples on those topics. And in order for you to easily find out what you are looking for, I'll be categorizing them into different playlists, so it will be easy for you. And you can also place your requests and suggestions to me. You can post your views in the comment sections, and you can also send queries and suggestions at csatwithjasin@gmail.com. I have also started an Instagram account in the same name, so you can follow me there. So I'll be posting some simple tricks and useful content regarding CSAT there as well. So I hope that you like this video. So please do like, subscribe and share the video. So I really hope that this will bring a change and assist you in your preparations. I wish you all the very best for your preparation and your successful career. Thank you.